Honda Civics have won the North American Car of the Year award 3 times since 2016. And the one that won it in 2025 marks the return of a model that hasn't been around since before 2016. The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is the first Civic Hybrid since 2015. Not sure why Honda let it slide for so long, but it has big plans for this one and expects to make up 40% of Civic sales. It's available as a sedan imported from Canada, and this hatchback that's made in Indiana, which is why American Cars and Racing is checking out this one. All models come with the same powertrain, which combines a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine with 2 electric motors and a CVT transmission that sends 200 horsepower and 231 pound-feet of torque to the front wheels. That makes it more powerful than the turbocharged 4-cylinder that's in the sporty Civic Si, which is rated at 200 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. In fact, this is the most powerful Civic ever made, not counting the high-performance Type R. And that power does not come with much of a price at the pump. This gets 48 miles per gallon combined. Prices for the hybrid hatchback run from $31,300 for a Sport to $34,300 for this fully loaded Sport Touring, which is $1,200 more than the sedans go for. As far as the competition is concerned, there are really 2 hybrids you might be cross-shopping this with. Toyota Corolla Hybrid, which runs from around $25,000 to $29,000, but is rated at 44 to 47 miles per gallon depending on the trim, and only has 138 horsepower and 105 pound-feet of torque. Closer to this is the Toyota Prius, which is very stylish, has 194 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque, and delivers more than 50 miles per gallon combined at prices starting just over $29,000. Civic Hatchback Hybrid is roomier, however, and gets the same interior design as the other Civic hatchbacks, which includes dual digital displays, this cool grate across the dashboard, and very tactile knobs for the climate control system. While the infotainment system has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Google built in. The back seat is much roomier than the Prius's. With the front seat set comfortably for me at 6'1", I can fit behind it with leg and headroom to spare. And while the cargo compartment doesn't have a perfectly flat floor, it has a lot of room and a privacy cover. Powertrain in this is what I would call zippy. Great response. The engine's very revvy and smooth, and it has the perfect amount of power for a vehicle this size. And this is legitimately quick. It'll do 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. Now, this doesn't have any fake gears to shift through like some CVT transmissions offer, but it does have paddles behind the steering wheel that are used for a very different reason. They adjust the intensity of the regenerative braking. That's when a hybrid uses the resistance from its electric motors to slow a vehicle down and help charge the battery as you do. This offers 4 levels of intensity, which is great on a twisty road like this or if you're going downhill. But in most modes, when you get back to cruising for a while, it'll automatically cancel that and you'll have to reset it. However, if you switch to sport mode, it locks it in. All the Civic Hybrids also come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of electronic driver aids, automatic emergency brakes, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, and a lane centering feature, which can be used independently. Kind of like this car, more on a road like this than the highway. The handling is excellent. This isn't meant to be a sports car like the Civic Si or the Type R, but it has that great Honda feel. While this isn't really meant for going to a racetrack with, I kind of liked it. It's definitely perfect on winding roads. Price aside, this is a much more fun to drive and refined vehicle than the Toyota Corolla. And while the Prius is great for similar money, I think I prefer this. The extra room and comfort are worth trading a few MPG. In fact, I'm kind of surprised Honda's only expecting the hybrid to make up 40% of Civic sales. I think it should be the other way around, at least. Once you add up the price, performance, fuel economy, and overall appeal, this really does feel like the perfect Civic you can buy today. Much like the Honda CR-V Hybrid is the best version of that model. Which really begs the question, where have you been all these years? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have you back, but come on.